Listen to me. You owe you, not your parents, not your friends, not your teachers, not the people who doubted you, not the ones who left you. You owe you. And the first step to honoring that debt is to stop waiting on somebody else to make your life happen. Stop waiting for a handout, a green light, a perfect moment. It's not coming, and the longer you wait, the more life you're giving away. Some of you are walking around frustrated, discouraged, and stuck. Not because you're not capable, but because you're still looking for something outside of you to change before you move. You're waiting on closure. You're waiting on someone to come back and apologize. You're waiting for the fear to go away. But that's not how this works. You don't need more time. You need to make a decision. You need to look in the mirror and say, no more excuses, no more blaming. I'm not waiting another day to take back what belongs to me. You keep saying life's not fair, and you're right, it's not, but guess what? It doesn't owe you fairness. It doesn't owe you anything. You owe it to yourself to stop showing up like you're powerless when you're not. You've got breath in your lungs, talent in your bones, and a calling that won't leave you alone. But if you keep waiting for someone else to sign on your dream, you're gonna miss your moment. Let's get real, some of you are more committed to your pain than your potential. You've built your identity around who hurt you, what you didn't have, or what went wrong. And I'm not saying that stuff didn't matter, it did, but it can't be your anchor anymore. At some point, you've got to stop saying, they did this to me, and start saying, what can I do with it? That's ownership. That's the moment you stop living as a victim and start showing up as the author of your life. I get it. Taking ownership is hard. You know why? Because now it's on you. You can't blame your coach. You can't blame your boss. You can't blame your upbringing. It's not comfortable, but it's powerful. When you take full responsibility for your choices, your growth, your energy, that's when everything starts to shift. That's when you stop playing defense and start playing offense with your life. You've got to stop negotiating with your potential. You keep lowering your standards just to feel comfortable. You keep telling yourself, next year I'll be ready. No, you're ready now. You're just scared. You're just conditioned to wait, to overthink, to ask for permission. But you're not here to be passive. You're here to be powerful. And that power comes from owning your time, your focus, and your purpose. Nobody's going to hand you greatness. You've got to snatch it. You've got to grind for it. You've got to wake up every single day and say, I may not control what happened to me, but I sure as hell control what I do next. That's how champions think. That's how people who rise think. They don't wait. They move. They don't complain. They create. The truth is, you already have everything inside you that you need to win. But if you don't claim it, if you don't take it seriously, if you keep waiting for someone else to recognize it before you do, you're going to live stuck in a cycle of potential with no progress, and potential with no action. That's just regret waiting to happen. Some of you are waiting for motivation. Let me tell you something. Motivation is not the fuel. Ownership is. Motivation fades. Ownership stays. When you own your life, you don't need a cheerleader. You don't need someone hyping you up. You wake yourself up. You look in the mirror and say, let's go, I owe me. So I'm challenging you right now. Drop the blame, drop the excuses, drop the fantasy that someone's going to swoop in and do the hard work for you. Own your story, own your effort, own your future, because nobody else can do it for you, and nobody else should. You owe you. Everybody wants to win until it's time to put in the work. Everybody wants the dream, the house, the car, the freedom, but not everybody wants the grind. You say you want it, but your actions don't match your mouth, and I'm telling you right now, you will never have what you don't hustle for. You can't want something at a 10 and work at a 5. That doesn't add up. That's not how greatness works. You say you want to be successful. You say you want to live on another level, but your energy don't match your ambition. Your effort don't match your goals. You're playing like it's a game, and this ain't no game. This is your life. This is your legacy, and until you start matching the size of your dream with the size of your discipline, it's always going to stay a dream. That vision you keep seeing, that's not coming alive until you show up for it every single day like your life depends on it. Let me ask you a question. How bad do you really want it? Because if you can sleep in when there's work to be done, if you can take days off when you haven't built anything yet, if you can scroll for hours but can't lock in for 30 minutes, then you don't want it. You just like the idea of it. You're in love with the result, but you're not committed to the process. You think discipline is optional. You think you can show up when you feel like it. That's why you're stuck. That's why you're not where you said you'd be, because your dreams are real, but your habits are fake. Your goals sound good, but your grind is weak. And I'm not saying that to beat you down. I'm saying it to wake you up. Because I know what's inside you. I know what you're capable of. But until you start moving different, nothing's gonna change. See, the world doesn't respond to dreams. It responds to hustle. It responds to sacrifice. It responds to consistency. Everybody got a dream, but only a few are willing to bleed for it. Only a few are willing to go to war with comfort, with distraction, with fear every single day, because they understand the price of greatness. And let me tell you, the price is not negotiable. You want to build something that lasts, then your work ethic has to outlive your feelings. You can't be driven by emotions, you've got to be driven by purpose. There are days you're not going to feel like doing it. There are days where everything in you is going to say, just chill, just take it easy today. But the people who win, the people who rise, they don't listen to that voice. They show up anyway, they execute anyway. They find a way to lock in because they understand that average effort will never lead to exceptional outcomes. Some of you are waiting to be motivated to work. That's backwards. Motivation comes after the work. You start moving, you start showing up, you start seeing results, then motivation kicks in, not the other way around, so stop waiting for inspiration. Start with discipline, start with structure, start with consistency. You're not going to feel like it, do it anyway. You've got to look at your goals like a contract. If you want to cash the check, you've got to do the work. You've got to pay in advance. You've got to pay with effort, with time, with sweat. You've got to pay with hours when no one's watching. You've got to pay with sacrifice when it's inconvenient. That's how you earn it. That's how you break out. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. Your dreams will demand more from you than you ever thought you could give, but that's how you become who you're meant to be. That pressure, that stretch, that's how greatness is forged. That's where confidence is born. Not from wishing, but from working. Not from hoping, but from hustling, day in, day out. So I need you to stop asking, do I feel like it? And start asking, is it required? If you say you want it, then act like it, show up like it, put in the kind of effort that makes people say, there's no way they're not going to make it. Outwork your excuses, outlast your feelings, outgrind your old self. Because at the end of the day, you don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. You've been through some things, I know it. You've been hurt. You've been overlooked. You've been counted out. And maybe nobody ever told you this before, but I need you to hear me right now. Your pain is not a prison, it's power, but only if you stop using it as an excuse and start using it as fuel. See, everybody's got pain. Life is going to hit you. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. The question that really matters is, what are you going to do with it? Because pain is a teacher. Pain is a tool. But it can also be a trap if you keep reliving it and never learning from it. If you keep using it to justify why you're stuck, why you're bitter, why you're holding back, then pain will become the excuse that robs you of your destiny. You can't let what broke you become the reason you stay broken. You can't let what hurt you stop you from healing. I get it. It's hard. It's not fair, but pain doesn't care. Life doesn't give you what you deserve. It gives you what you demand. what you're willing to fight for, grow through, and rise above. Some of you are still stuck in something that happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You're still letting it talk you out of your greatness. You're still letting it convince you that you're not good enough, that you're damaged, that it's too late. But I'm telling you, it's not too late. It's never too late to turn it around, but you've got to stop letting your pain control the narrative. Your pain is not your identity. It's not your name. It's part of your story, yes, but it's not the whole story. It's just a chapter, a dark one, maybe a tough one. But what makes it powerful is when you flip the page and use it, when you stop hiding it and start harnessing it, because the very thing that tried to break you can become the thing that builds you. If you let it, if you stop numbing it, if you stop blaming it, if you stop pretending it didn't affect you, and instead own it, and then convert it. Convert that pain into passion, convert it into purpose. Let it drive you, not define you. Do you know how many people you could impact just by telling the truth about what you've been through? Not from a place of shame, but from a place of victory. From a place of, yeah, I went through that, and it didn't take me out. It made me stronger. It made me wiser. It made me more dangerous in the best way. But you can't do that if you're still sitting in it. If you're still giving it power, if you're still making it the reason you don't try, don't trust, don't show up, you've got to stop giving your pain permission to silence your purpose. Pain isn't the end. It's the beginning, because when you learn how to walk through it and not let it walk over you, you discover a whole new level of strength. And once you know what it feels like to survive something that was meant to destroy you, you stop playing small. You stop entertaining distractions. You stop lowering your standards, because now you know what you're capable of. You don't need sympathy. You need strategy. You need to ask yourself, how do I use this? How do I take the worst thing that ever happened to me and make it my fuel? How do I take my rejection and turn it into obsession? How do I take my lowest moment and build something so strong that people have no choice but to feel the fire when I walk in the room? That's the shift. That's when you stop folding under pressure and start performing in it. That's when your pain becomes a platform, not a place to sit and cry, but a place to rise and lead, because now you're not just living, you're driven. You're not just surviving, you're serving. You're not just healing, you're helping. So yeah, you've been through some things, but now it's time to make those things work for you. Use them, don't let them use you. Your pain has already taken enough. Don't let it take your future too. Turn it into fire, turn it into focus, turn it into fuel, because at the end of the day, your pain isn't the excuse, it's the reason.